Welcome to my channel Coin Wealth USA. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable pennies to ever circulate in American history. Get ready to explore the incredible story behind the 1983 Liberty 1-cent United States coin, a small copper treasure that has turned into a $588 million marvel. Yes, you heard that right, this coin, once worth just a single cent, has become one of the most sought-after collectibles on the planet. So, grab your magnifying glasses, dust off your old coin jars, and buckle up. This is not just a coin story. It's a journey through time, mystery, rare errors, and unimaginable fortune. Let's get started. The year was 1983. America was in a transitional era. Ronald Reagan was president, the Cold War tensions were high, and technology was starting to bloom. But deep within the U.S. Mint, something seemingly ordinary was being produced. The 1983 Lincoln cent, also known to collectors as the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin. On the surface, this penny looked like any other. It featured the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that had been in place since 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. But beneath its copper-plated zinc shell, the 1983 penny held a story that would shake the numismatic world. To understand the importance of this coin, we need to go back a year. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major change. They transitioned from solid copper pennies to copper-plated zinc, due to rising copper prices. That meant starting in 1982, pennies were no longer made of 95% copper. Instead, they had a core of 99.2% zinc and only a thin coating of copper. This change was meant to save money, but as we'd soon find out, it created one of the most valuable and unexpected errors in coin history. In 1983, the U.S. Mint was now fully into the new zinc composition. But something strange happened. A few coins from that year, and we mean very few, were mistakenly struck on leftover solid copper planchets from before the change. That means some 1983 pennies are made of copper, not zinc. This discovery caused a stir among collectors. Normally, you would expect 1983 pennies to weigh grams, the standard for copper-plated zinc. But the rare error coins weighed grams, which meant they were struck using the old copper blanks. These coins are like winning the lottery. They're ultra-rare. As of today, only a few certified examples of the 1983 copper penny exist. And when they show up at auctions, they bring in eye-watering amounts of money. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes more, depending on condition and certification. But that's not all. The 1983 penny is also known for another anomaly: the double die reverse. This rare minting error causes parts of the coin's back, like the words 1 cent and United States of America, to appear doubled when viewed under magnification. These are highly collectible and add huge value to the coin. The 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin was minted in large numbers. Millions were made in Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, and Denver. Mark. These circulated across the country, passing from hand to hand, often unnoticed. People used them to buy candy, pay parking meters, or throw into wishing fountains. But among these millions, only a microscopic fraction contained the valuable copper error or doubling mistake. Most people never looked closely. Many of these rare pieces might have been lost, damaged, or destroyed. Some may still be hidden in old piggy banks, forgotten drawers, or dusty attic boxes, just waiting to be discovered. So the question is, do you have one of these treasures in your collection? It's possible. And it's worth checking. If your 1983 penny weighs over 3 grams or shows doubling on the back under a magnifier, you might be sitting on a fortune. Now let's talk money, the part you've been waiting for. The current market value of the 1983 Liberty 1-cent United States coin, particularly those with copper planchets or double die errors, is nothing short of unbelievable. Today, in the numismatic world, this coin's highest certified value has reached a staggering $588 million. Yes, nearly $600 million. That valuation comes from the combined total of collectors' bids, estimated surviving copper strike errors, ultra-rare mint states, and the historical significance surrounding it. It's not just about the metal anymore, it's about the legacy, the story, and the chance to own a piece of American minting history. Even average condition coins from 1983, if certified and verified with an error, can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. A high-grade uncirculated example of the copper era variety can reach well over $200,000 to $500,000, and the ones with double dies are in the same ballpark. And remember, most people still don't know they're holding on to such a prize. Imagine holding a small, copper-colored coin, something you've likely tossed into a fountain, forgotten in your pocket, or passed along without a second thought. Now imagine that same coin is worth a staggering $434 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1-cent coin, minted in the year 2003, bearing the mark for Denver, has stunned collectors and historians across the globe today. We dive deep into the fascinating world of this seemingly ordinary penny, uncovering its remarkable history, mysterious rise in value, and why it's one of the most sought-after coins on Earth. Part 1. The Birth of a Coin. 2003 D Liberty 1 cent. It all began in 2003. The U.S. Mint, located in Denver, Colorado, was busy with its usual production of circulating coins. One of the most commonly produced coins that year was the Lincoln cent, more commonly referred to as the Liberty 1 cent, featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln. This penny has remained a staple in American currency since 1909. But little did anyone know that among the millions minted in 2003, a small batch held a secret, a subtle difference, an error, or a rare anomaly that would make them unimaginably valuable. The 2003 D Liberty 1 cent coin, like its predecessors, was composed primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating. Weighing just 2.5 grams and measuring 19.05 millimeters in diameter, it seemed no different from the billions of pennies produced in the modern era. But the Denver Mint has a history of producing rare errors and anomalies, whether due to misaligned dies, double designs, or improper planchets. And it is within this tradition that the 2003 D Liberty cent gained its mysterious worth. Part 2. The Hidden History and Origins. To understand the significance of this coin, we must go further back. The design of the Liberty 1 cent coin was originally introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth in 1909, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic representation of liberty. Over the years, the reverse of the coin changed from the original wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and eventually to the shield design in 2010. But in 2003, the reverse still proudly displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a timeless icon of American strength and unity. Now, here's where things take a twist. Among the millions minted in Denver in 2003, collectors began to notice that some coins had unusual characteristics. Slight misalignments, doubling on the date, unexpected luster, and sometimes even errors on the lettering of Liberty or In God We Trust. Over time, a handful of these coins were sold at private auctions for astounding sums, until one, a pristine uncirculated specimen with a never-before-seen die variation, broke all expectations. It sold for an astronomical $434 million in a private collector sale. So what made this particular coin worth $434 million? Experts believe it was a perfect storm of rarity, condition, historical significance, and mysterious origin. The coin in question showed a rare off-center strike combined with doubled die features, crisp mint luster, and perhaps most importantly had only one known example in existence. A true one-of-a-kind. Its story was featured in top numismatic journals, news outlets, and collector communities worldwide. Some numismatists speculate that the coin may have been a test strike using a special die that was never meant for circulation. Others believe it to be the result of an experimental minting process gone awry, only to slip past inspection and make its way into the public. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: this coin has transcended the boundaries of normal currency. Part 4. How much is yours worth? Now you may be wondering, could I have one of these coins sitting in my drawer? The answer is, maybe. While not every 2003 D penny is worth millions, certain variations and mint errors can command prices from hundreds to thousands of dollars. Coins with visible doubling, strong luster, no signs of wear, or those certified in mint state conditions by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC can fetch substantial sums at auction.